BroncoJuggalo.
And Bill.
And today we are starting a new franchise. We are starting the Star Trek franchise. Now we are only doing the motion pictures, which we are doing them all. The originals, the next gen films, and what they call the Kelvin timeline, which is the J.J. Abrams films.
Yeah.
We're going to do them all. This should take a little while.
Yeah, this will take us a while.
There's 6 films here. I think there's 6 or 7 in the next set. And then there's 3 in the set after that so far. And there's a new one of those coming out this year, I think.
Oh Lord.
So this is going to take a while, but that's kind of the point.
Yeah.
We wanted something that was going to, we haven't done a long franchise since Hellraiser.
Nope.
And this might be our longest franchise to date.
I think it is.
And I'm a casual Star Trek fan. I do like the movies for the most part. There are some duds. But we're going to just have some fun with this.
Yes, sir.
So,
we're going to have a lot of fun with this one. Especially this first one.
Yep. Get ready to beam me up, Scotty. Because here we go with Star Trek, the motion picture from 1979. A mysterious cloud has emerged to threaten Earth. Yes, a cloud. It's an evil cloud.
Clouds. Bad.
Admiral Kirk, the once Captain Kirk, decides to reassume command of the Enterprise to intercept it.
We are going to debug the cloud thingy. And we are going to find out what is going on with this cloud.
This movie had a budget of $44 million.
Yeah.
And made $139 million in the box office. Technically a box office success, but critically and by the audiences, one of the worst made Star Trek projects of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, there were even Star Trek the Motion Picture Happy Meals.
No fucking way.
Yeah. I don't remember them because I wasn't alive.
We weren't alive.
But they made Happy Meals.
Oh, damn.
So, do you want to start with cons or do you want to start with pros? I don't have a lot to say about this movie, and I kind of just want to get this one done so we can move on to the Wrath of Khan.
Yes. Let's start with pros for this film because there aren't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pros. Can I start?
Yes.
The original cast from the original Star Trek the series, they really do make a go of it here. They try, man.
They tried
They
so
try
hard.
so hard with this piece of shit script they've been given with lackluster fucking costumes, with nothing going on, so boring. They wanted to make this a special effects heavy movie, so there's a lot of shots of the ship going by.
But nothing really happening.
But this movie, they tried, man. They really did try.
They tried to save it.
They even talked about that, I think, like in some interviews that Leonard Nimoy said they tried to do their best with it. It just, they were contractually obligated and it shows.
Yeah. Yes, that's a pro of mine as well. The actors of this film, they tried so hard to save it, but sorry, not even you guys could save it.
Nope, it was terrible.
You couldn't. Pro for me, and this is where they spent their budget. Visually, it's an amazing looking film for its time.
I assuming we're not talking about the crappy, shitty costumes?
No, we're not talking about the shitty costumes. We're talking about like
the outside visuals.
The outside visuals, the interior of the ship. This is where they spent their budget.
Yeah, they actually had a ship. It looked like a ship. It didn't look like just sets on a sound stage. So
exactly. It was beautifully done for 79.
Well,
really.
I only have one more pro, and that is the score. The score is phenomenal.
Okay.
The score is the only good thing, the truly only good thing about this film is the score.
Yeah. My last pro for this film, all the shit I talked the entire time it was on. I couldn't stop talking shit about how boring it is.
Okay, let's start with our cons on that note.
I want to start. Long and fucking boring. There's nothing happening.
My con
Nothing
was
happening.
slow and boring, so I guess that fits.
Long and boring.
Yeah.
Nothing happening.
I spend 90% of this movie on my cell phone. And I've seen it like 5 times already, so, well, probably more than that, but I haven't kept count.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, it's not like I missed anything.
No.
Script and the story just suck. Oh
Yep.
my god.
Oh,
Or the cloud.
The cloud.
Like, everything that they've had face Earth in the different Star Trek shows, and this is what they came up with for their first fucking movie.
Their first fucking motion picture.
Yeah. It's bad, guys. It's real bad.
Oh,
Anyways,
God.
your next one. Let's
All
get
right,
through this.
we've already touched on this. Those fucking horrid uniforms. Who the fuck thought that looked good? They just look kind of generic.
No.
Like somebody, like, oh, we blew our budget, ladies and gentlemen, on all of the special effects. Now, let's go to the secondhand store and see what we can find for uniforms.
Yeah, they were gray, they were drab, they were just plain.
Horrible.
I mean, I'd prefer the old shirts and
Yeah.
and like
Oh,
black
yeah.
bell-bottom pants from the original series, you know?
If they would have done that, I would have been
You
way
know.
more happier.
You know, and the girls' uniforms all looking like with hot go-go boots and shit. That would have been wonderful.
Oh, yes.
But anyways, that was my last con as well, is the god-awful costuming.
Well, I don't really have any more cons for this film either, but apparently there wasn't enough booze to save this film. I wrote something down here towards the end, which was kind of like, well, I don't remember writing that, but I was kind of drunk by the time this got over. I wrote, and I quote, the only thing that can save this movie is if they turned it into a porno and the money shot goes on the bald chick's head.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I was in a very hateful place at that time period.
I agree with that. Guys, Bill and I are going to go drink some Romulan ale and try to erase the memory of this film from our minds and maybe get down on some Wrath of Khan.
Bleach couldn't even erase this film.
Guys, we'll see you next time with our next Star Trek review, where we bravely go where no man has gone before. The toilet. Wait, I go there all the time. Peace out, y'all.
And Bill saying good night.